You smarter somehow. I won't pull your strings, but I'm wondering why your hand is not in mine.
Okay, so this is Dr. Thorny. I'm a neurologist subspecializing in epilepsy, and I'm going to go over medical marijuana and in other disease processes. So this is part 8 of my series. Parts 1, 2, 3, 4 goes over medical indications, mechanisms, applications, and ratios, and tells you how to take it. So that's just to recap. Now I'm delving more into the disease processes itself. So with medical marijuana, it's found, it works through the endocannabinoid pathway. So you have CB1 receptor found predominantly within the nervous system, and THC works through the CB1 receptor, while CBD, which is non-psychoactive, has a very weak affinity with the CB1 receptor. And you need at least 100 times of cannabidiol to get the same psychoactive properties as THC. So today, I think I'm going to go over CBD and Parkinson's disease. So it helps with many of the clinical aspects of Parkinson's disease. So Parkinson's includes rigidity. So you get cogwheel rigidity, you get resting tremor, you get bradykinesia, meaning you're very slow, and then there's also postural instability. So it was found in one study that there was actually an increase in the CB receptors. I don't remember if it's 1 or 2. I believe it might be 2, and it's found that it was increased in the animal model of the brain, and found to have an increased number of CB2 receptors, almost as a response or a compensation for the lack of dopamine. So even with animal studies, it has been found that there's almost an upregulation of the receptors in response to the disease process. So it's found to be very effective with tremors, and so it's one of the indications for using medical marijuana. So that's and so it works through the endocannabinoid pathway, but it seems like the endocannabinoid pathway seems to modulate many systems within the body, and the CB1 receptor seems predominantly found in the nervous system. So it's not a coincidence that it works really well with neurological disorders. So as we delve into this more and more, we'll find that it helps with not only neurological indications, but even symptoms. And so we need to do more clinical practice, and also try to see whether these animal models correlate with clinical trials. Okay, so that ends part 8 of my medical marijuana series. This is Dr. Thorny signing off.